And I'm back in the reading studio, and I'm ready to read to you. We've got Ready, Freddy, Ready, Set, Snow by Abby Klein. So let's get reading, and we'll be reading Chapter 5 today. Here are the chapter titles, and Chapter 5 is called The Big Day, and Freddy has a problem. I have a problem, a really, really big problem. I have to compete in the snowshoe race in the first grade Winter Olympics, but I've never been on snowshoes in my life. Let me tell you about it. Chapter 5, The Big Day. On Friday morning, I couldn't sleep. I was excited and nervous about the race. I jumped out of bed and started to get dressed. Mrs. Whooshy had told us all to wear red shirts and red hats. We were going to be the red team, and Mrs. Brown's class was going to be the blue team. I opened 3 different drawers, but I couldn't find my red shirt anywhere. I sat down on the edge of my bed and hit my forehead with the palm of my hand. Think. Oh no! I just remembered that I wore it 2 days ago and forgot to ask my mom to wash it. I ran to the bathroom to look in the dirty clothes hamper, but the door was locked as usual. Hey, open up! I yelled, pounding on the door. No answer. I pounded on the door again. Hey, Princess Poopyhead, stop looking at yourself in the mirror and open the door. Go away, Shark Boy, I'm in here now, she yelled back. I banged on the door, and this time Susie made the mistake of opening the door a crack to yell at me. I was able to squeeze my way in. Hey, get out of here, creep! Not until I find my red shirt, I said, throwing clothes out of the hamper. Hey, watch it. You just threw a pair of your dirty underwear in my face. Ah, here it is, I said, holding up my red shirt. You can't wear that. Why not? Because it's dirty. So? Mom, the Queen of Clean, would not be too happy if she found out you were wearing a dirty shirt. But today's the Winter Olympics, and Mrs. Whooshy said that we have to wear red shirts. Besides, Mom will never know. Unless someone tells her. You wouldn't do that, I said, looking at Susie straight in the eye. What's it worth to you? Are you kidding me? Susie just stared at me with her hands on her hips. Okay. Just tell me what you want. You make my bed for 3 days, and I won't tell Mom you're wearing a dirty shirt. She held up her pinky for a pinky swear. 3 days? I could make it 4. Fine, I said, it's a deal. I'll make your bed for 3 days. We locked pinkies. Deal, said Susie. Now get out of the bathroom. Your breath stinks. It smells like shark breath. How would you know what that smells like? I shouted as I ran back to my room. Freddy, is that you? My mom called from downstairs. You need to get a move on. You don't want to be late for school. Coming, Mom, I yelled. I threw on my pants, grabbed my red hat, and ran downstairs. Good morning, honey. I made you a special breakfast today, French toast and bacon. Thanks, Mom. It looks yummy, I said, stuffing a forkful into my mouth. Just then, Susie came down into the kitchen. Smells good, Mom. My mom gave Susie her breakfast, and then she turned to me. Freddy, didn't you just wear that shirt 2 days ago? I haven't washed it since then. I gulped. I looked at Susie, and then she looked at me. I mouthed the words, we have a deal. Actually, Mom, said Susie, that was Robbie. He was wearing his red Lincoln Elementary shirt when he was over here the other day, helping Freddy train for the race. Oh, I could have sworn it was Freddy, but I guess you're right. Thanks, I mouthed to Susie. She just smiled back. I looked at the clock. Oh no, the bus is going to be here any minute. I don't want to be late. I jumped out of my chair, tripped over my backpack, and went sailing to the floor. My mom came running over. Freddy, are you all right? I sat up slowly and did a quick check of my knees and elbows. Yeah, I'm fine. I just hope I don't do that in the middle of the race. That would be so embarrassing. And hilarious, Susie added. Susie, said my dad, that wasn't a nice thing to say. Apologize to your brother. But, Susie. Sorry, Freddy. Now wish him luck. Good luck, Freddy. I hope you beat Max. I mean that. Thanks, I'll try. Don't worry, honey. You'll be great, said my mom. I grabbed my backpack and the snowshoes and ran toward the door. Go get him, Mouse. You're a winner, my dad called after me. You're a winner. You're a winner, I muttered to myself as I slammed the front door and jumped on the bus. As I plopped down in my seat, I heard a voice say, Oh, loser, ready for the race? That's the end of chapter 5. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll read you soon.